Guy here, and the novel today is Dan Simmons' Summer of Night. For reasons that I cannot fathom, I keep reading Dan Simmons novels. My first one was Song of Kali, which should have served as a warning, but then that Drood story showed up, Wilkie Collins and 19th century Dickensian London, and it was a big book, catapult ammo, and I love me some big books. But this one's big only because it was a meandering repetition of already written scenes and events, which is annoying and tedious, not engrossing. And then I read another one of his catapult ammo novels, The Terror, which I freaking hated. So, man, fool me once, as the old saying goes. And then I found Summer of Night and got fooled again. Now, how could I resist? It's a coming-of-age tale set in the 60s, which was my life, and a reading weakness. I mean, after all, I wrote my own coming-of-age in the 60s novel. And I had loved previous books like Boy's Life, McCammon's Boy's Life, and Ray Bradbury's Dandelion Wine, which, yes, I know, it's set in the 40s, not the 60s, but close enough. So I got sucked into this one, and got suckered. Not all at once, but by the last page, like always. And it's not like I didn't have fair warning, because my edition of the book has an introduction. An introduction to a novel? Are you kidding me? Now, there's introductions to the classic novels because Hardy needs a bit of explaining before we ennui-ridden sophisticates of the 21st century begin grappling with 19th century bucolicisms. But a contemporary novel, give me a break. And there's a major spoiler in this introduction, right there, before you even get into the novel. What the hell, man? If you felt like you didn't do a good enough job in the novel itself, that you need explanatory notes, then put it in an afterwards. Don't F with your readers even before they get to page 1. So, already I'm PO'd. And the more I got into this overly long novel, the more PO'd I got. Sort of. I mean, the story was entertaining enough. A group of 12-year-olds have to fight an awakened evil that threatens them, their families, and their town. Nothing more fun than kids pitted against a timeless malevolence. It's what It and Something Wicked This Way Comes and Nosferatu had going for it. The weak against an immortal, invulnerable, seemingly unbeatable evil. Seemingly. The problem here is that the evil is so over the top and malevolent that decades previously, someone should have gone, say, I think there's something wrong in this here town. You know, sort of like the residents of Castle Rock should have done at some point over the previous 300 years or so. Are these people stupid or what? Well, no, they're not. It's just a plot device designed to keep the kids as the main character, the few adults that do catch on turning out to be far more ineffectual than the ones in Maine. Which is fine. The focus stayed where it should. It's just that each ascending level of horror got even more unbelievable. How the kids get away, can't figure. And actually they don't. Which is not a spoiler, by the way. I must say I really like the rendering truck. Now that's horror. So why do I dislike this book so much then? I guess because it tries way too hard. It wants to be it, which no one should try to replicate because, hoo boy, there's another story that promised much and ended up kicking you in the shins. So you pick up this book, guard your shins. And that tears it for me. No more Dan Simmons. That's it, ever. Although I keep hearing pretty good things about that Hyperion novel. Old guy here. See you later.